Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Wolverines will kick it away first. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the offense on first down. Trying the left side. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Stopped after making the catch.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Johnson looking to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. You just can't take a play off. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Herb Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense at Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that too.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Power football with the run. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Wide receiver shows motion. This quarterback part of their running game. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Trying to find his man on first down. Pass on the way out. It's picked off. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, wait, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the tailback. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They'll go to the ground. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
I tell you, as a quarterback, it's going to be hard throwing the ball over the middle of the field against this defense because these D linemen are huge and they've got long arms. That was like trying to throw over a 10-foot-tall person. Nearly impossible.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. The give to the lone running back. Still on his feet at the 45. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
Off play action on 1st down. Quarterback adapting. Pulls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The inside handoff. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set is able to rip off that one for a first down.
LSU lining up 1st and goal. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Johnson wants to throw it. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play for this QB.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Just going to keep it after the snap. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
Loss of 1 on the play. Brings up 4th and goal. That's the end of the first quarter. And after 1, we're tied 0-0.
And they'll try to break the seal on the second quarter by putting 3 on the board. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. looking to the big tight end. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. And the returner will be knocked down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback will audible. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Keeps looking downfield. Brings it down on the right side. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He breaks some tackle. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Nine-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. They'll run the option. Quick toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of the guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Running it to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Johnson looking to throw. He's got his man. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
This defense is going to have their hands full trying to defend the pass with all of these weapons they've got on the perimeter of the field. That is a great job bringing a dangerous target down right away after he catches the slant.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Right back to the well. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Looking to pass on 2nd down. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Second and goal for the offense. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Will they be able to get that 1 more yard and stick it in here on 3rd down? And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, you know, if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try to sneak it. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
Man, he looks short on that play, and the quarterback sneak is such an easy play, and you trust it because the quarterback gets the ball right away, but that defensive line was having none of it. Failed 4th down. Big-time stop for this defense.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They are shaking the rafters of this place, trying to help their defense as they've got them pinned deep. On 1st down, he just sneaks it ahead, though it's a little unusual play call. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Give to the running back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Here comes the crowd trying to make it tough on 3rd and long. Calls his own number. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He'll field the punt. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get there.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And the pass hits, picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
But and most QBs will tell you it starts from the waist down, and the feet have to be tied really well with the upper body and with the mechanics. And you could tell, drifted a little bit there. Because of that, inaccurate throw.
DBs will try to keep everything in front. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. Fair catch called for and made. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. There's certainly room for improvement after that scoreless first half stalemate.
Yeah, we've set offense back 30 years in that first half, but we've got a whole new half to play here. So why not come out on this first drive, make a statement, and finally get us back into the age of contemporary college football?
You sound very discouraged as I sound encouraged. That's great defense. Phenomenal defense in the first half. Who doesn't love a 0-0 halftime game?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Wow, what a big play by that defender. And how about the hit stick tackle? Woo! That ball carrier is going to remember that.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Here comes the option. Now the toss. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And the try is no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
And you just have to wonder about the headspace this kid is in right now. That's now his 2nd missed kick. If he had made that one, they would have had the lead. He needs to go clear the cobwebs on the sideline and get his confidence back.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a
open runway ahead. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Offense set on 1st down. These corners going to give them some space. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful a reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Open space at the 25. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Leaves it with the back. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. The 50, the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, LSU! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who's the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Kennesaw State has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by just one over North Texas. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, the slot receiver's running the in route there, and he does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense right over the middle of the field.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his progression.
He makes the connection. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
4 wide receivers on second and inches. They might try to take a shot. The Wolverines will keep this drive going. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. Gets it out fast. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
On the move. And the ball's loose. The defense pounced on that, and now they're headed the other way. Right down the gut of the field. And a tremendous return on the play before he's brought down.
Oh, man, you're set up. You're in great position. The offense driving the ball down the field. You get in the red, you got to make something positive happen, Palmer, and that's not what they were looking for.
No, turnovers. That's why that's a key statistic when it comes to winning and losing football games, but it couldn't have come at a worse time, as you just mentioned, David. Down at this area of the field, situationally, when you're trailing, you simply can't have a mistake like that, and that's the difference between good teams and bad teams.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, LSU 7, Michigan 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Johnson looking to throw. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They go to the ground. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
the Michigan offense back on the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Give to the fullback. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. LSU now operating in the red zone. They move the tight end all over. The option look. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Right back to it. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11.
At the 11-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The uprights, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. UConn looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've seen this offense look this crisp since the days of Dan Orlovsky. They're up by 31 over the Royals. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's right on target. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
To the ground with the back. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Running back searching for a hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. A designed run for the quarterback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A 3rd and long coming up here. Johnson wants to throw it. Moving out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he'll reach for a 53-yarder and have to guide it in with precision from the right side. The official says no good. After the missed field goal, this lead still sitting at 13.
Not the day that this kid was hoping to have here. After that miss, he's now only 2 for 5. He's cost his team 9 points already.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, moving behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
The offense set for a first down play. And as the quarterback takes a knee, that clock keeps dwindling away, now under a minute to play. Fans of defense probably love this game, guys. Fans of offense, not so much, but fans of winning? Oh, everybody's a fan of winning, and they found a way to get it done.
A win is a win is a win is a win. It doesn't matter how you get it done. This was not pretty by any stretch. Phenomenal defense, offense. They've got a lot of work to do coming up. But at the end of the day, David, that's a happy lot for them.
Yeah, you know what? You pretty boys say it's not pretty. That was beautiful. That was gorgeous. You talk about hitting people. You talk about tackling. You talk about physicality. Yes,